They say leather jackets are for the young, but that's a myth told by men who stopped evolving. In truth, no fabric captures quiet confidence and masculine charm like leather, especially when worn by a man who's lived, learned, and refined his taste. If you're over 50, a leather jacket isn't about rebellion anymore, it's about refinement. It's about showing the world that you still carry edge, but now with composure and class. The difference between trying too hard and timeless cool comes down to fit, color, and attitude. In this video, we'll break down exactly how to wear leather jackets like a true gentleman, not a rock star, not a teenager, but a man with experience. You'll discover which cuts flatter your frame, which tones elevate your look, and how to pair them with confidence and ease. Because after 50, style isn't about chasing trends, it's about mastering them. The right leather jacket doesn't make you look younger, it makes you to look better. So stay with me, and let's redefine what effortless masculinity truly looks like. Secret 1. Choosing the right fit and cut. When it comes to leather jackets for men over 50, fit is everything. You could spend thousands on the finest Italian leather, but if the cut is wrong, it ruins the entire look. The truth is, a great leather jacket doesn't shout for attention. It commands it quietly, through balance, proportion, and presence. Start with the shoulders, they are the anchor of your silhouette. The seam should sit right where your shoulder ends, not droop down or ride up. Too loose, and you'll look like you borrowed your son's old jacket. Too tight, and it looks like you're trying to squeeze into your past. The key lies in structure that flatters your body now, not the one you had 20 years ago. A clean, natural shoulder gives you strength without stiffness. Next, look at the torso. Forget skinny, cropped biker jackets or anything that feels restrictive. These are built for rebellion, not refinement. Instead, go for timeless silhouettes. The bomber jacket, the field jacket, or a blouson with a soft drape. These styles add masculine shape without exaggeration. They also layer beautifully over knitwear, shirts, or turtlenecks, ideal for cooler months. Pay attention to length. The jacket should fall just around your hip bone or slightly below. Long enough to balance your proportions, but short enough to remain sharp. When you move, it should follow your body naturally. That's the magic of good tailoring. It looks effortless, but every inch is intentional. Then there's comfort, the silent sign of confidence. A great leather jacket doesn't restrict, it flows. The sleeves should bend easily at the elbows, and the back should allow you to drive, walk, or reach comfortably. Think of it as armor made for motion, protective, yet flexible. Color also defines maturity. While black is classic, deep chocolate brown, taupe, or navy often flatter older complexions better. They soften facial tones, pair with a wider range of outfits, and project quiet authority instead of teenage angst. A subtle matte or slightly distressed finish gives texture and depth, the visual equivalent of experience. Finally, remember this rule. The best jacket doesn't transform you, it aligns with who you've become. After 50, style isn't about recapturing youth, it's about refining presence. A perfectly fitted leather jacket tells the world, I'm still here and better than ever. It's not nostalgia, it's mastery. Secret 2. Leather type and color choice. The gentleman's palette. Not all leather is created equal, and not all colors suit every man. At 50 and beyond, your wardrobe deserves the same refinement as your character. The type of leather you wear says more than you think. Glossy, thin, or synthetic jackets may look sharp under showroom lights, but quickly lose sophistication in real life. The goal isn't to sparkle, it's to endure. Start with full-grain leather, the highest quality available. It's durable, rich, and ages beautifully, developing a unique patina that tells your story over time. Unlike plastic-coated leather or faux substitutes, full-grain and top-grain leather breathe, soften with wear, and gain character rather than fading. These are jackets that last decades, not seasons. If you prefer a softer, more relaxed appearance, suede or nubuck are excellent choices. They carry a quiet luxury, matte, tactile, and sophisticated. However, they do require care. Keep them clean, brush them regularly, and avoid heavy rain. Suede in tobacco, stone, or olive tones pairs perfectly with wool trousers or dark denim, exuding understated charm. Now, let's talk color. Younger men often gravitate toward jet black leather, chasing the rebel aesthetic. But for a mature gentleman, black can feel harsh or overly dramatic. Instead, consider tones that harmonize with your complexion and convey confidence without noise. Dark brown, the most versatile color for men over 50. It pairs beautifully with navy, gray, and khaki while softening the overall look. Cognac or chestnut, warm and rich, ideal for men with lighter complexions or silver hair. It projects refinement and pairs effortlessly with both casual and tailored pieces. Navy or charcoal, modern alternatives to black. These shades feel fresh yet timeless, signaling sophistication and control. Taupe or olive, earthy, grounded colors that express confidence and ease. They stand out subtly, never screaming for attention. For texture, opt for a matte or lightly waxed finish. Avoid high shine or patent surfaces that feel flashy and out of sync with refined maturity. The right texture adds depth, the kind that whispers quality instead of shouting, "Look at me." Lastly, remember this. Color and material aren't just aesthetic choices, they're statements of identity. When your jacket aligns with your temperament, you don't need to overcompensate. You simply look at ease, like a man who's learned that elegance is about presence, not performance. The right leather doesn't hide age, it complements it. Every crease, every tone tells your story. That's not wear and tear, that's character, earned beautifully. Secret 3. Smart layering. Balancing warmth and elegance with intention and polish. Layering, when done right, is the mark of a mature gentleman, combining warmth, texture, and style without bulk, chaos, or youthful excess. The trick lies in the order, the weights, and the story your layers tell. First, think of layers as building blocks, thin and fitted closest to the body, increasing in weight and texture as you move outward. This light-to-heavy rule helps you keep movement and shape while staying warm and proportionate. For a leather jacket, that means starting with something like a fine-gauge knit or lightweight shirt, then adding a mid-layer, perhaps a merino or fine wool sweater, and finally letting your leather jacket serve as the outer shell. The base layer keeps you comfortable. The mid-layer gives texture and insulation. The leather jacket gives structure and finish. Second, pay attention to the fit of each layer. A snug, but not tight base prevents the bulky, muffin-top effect of multiple layers. The mid-layer should conform to your shape without adding width, so that when the leather jacket goes on top, your silhouette remains clean. The leather jacket itself should not feel like a squeeze. You want freedom to move, arms to bend, and shoulders to relax. Ill-fitting layers are one of the fastest ways for a leather jacket to age a man rather than refine him. Third, texture and color coordination matter. Since you'll be layering, you don't want every piece shouting for attention. Let the jacket remain the signature piece. The layers underneath should support and tone it rather than compete. Choose base layers in muted tones, ivory, light gray, soft blue, and mid layers in refined neutrals, charcoal, taupe, navy, so that when the leather jacket, perhaps in deep brown, camel, or navy, goes on, the overall look is cohesive and calm. Fourth, keep the outer line fluid. The leather jacket should remain the visual anchor, so avoid overlayering. More than 3 layers starts to look bulky, and steer clear of awkward lengths. A mid-layer shouldn't peak too far below the hem of the jacket, and cuffs should align for a subtle, clean finish. When your proportions are correct, layering looks intentional, not accidental. Finally, the attitude you carry is just as important as the layers. When you layer with purpose, you don't just wear clothes, you inhabit them. The gentleman over 50 isn't hiding inside his jacket, he's using it as a refined statement. The synergy of layers, material, and proportion says, I've lived, I've evolved, I dress accordingly. And that is style that lasts. Secret 4. Minimal details and accessories. The finishing touches. Refinement lives in the details, and for a man over 50, less is almost always more. When wearing a leather jacket, every small choice, from zipper tone to watch strap, either elevates your presence or distracts from it. The goal is not to decorate yourself, but to edit yourself. True sophistication comes from restraint, not excess. Start with the jacket itself. Avoid loud stitching, oversized hardware, or metal-heavy biker aesthetics. You're not trying to relive a rock concert. You're curating a timeless presence. Opt for jackets with subtle seams, minimal pockets, and muted zippers in brushed metal or matte black. These small refinements make the jacket look deliberate, designed, not desperate. When it comes to accessories, think of them as punctuation, not decoration. A simple leather belt that matches your jacket in tone shows intentionality. A classic watch, perhaps with a slim leather or metal band, adds quiet confidence. Sunglasses with timeless frames like aviators or wayfarers complement the jacket without overpowering it. The trick is harmony. Nothing should compete for attention. Scarves are another understated tool of elegance. In colder months, a cashmere or wool scarf in muted tones, gray, camel, or charcoal, adds both warmth and depth to your outfit. When paired with a dark leather jacket, it creates contrast that feels rich but never loud. Avoid scarves with heavy logos or flashy patterns. Subtle texture speaks louder than any print. Footwear completes the story. A pair of Chelsea boots, brogues, or minimal leather sneakers instantly refines your entire outfit. Match your footwear to your jacket's tone: brown with brown, black with black, or tan with navy. Clean, polished shoes show not just care for appearance, but respect for yourself. One overlooked accessory is posture. Yes, posture. The way you wear your jacket matters as much as the jacket itself. Roll your shoulders back, stand tall, and move with calm confidence. That's not vanity, that's presence. No amount of luxury can substitute for the quiet authority of a man who's comfortable in his own skin. And remember, refinement isn't about adding, it's about subtracting the unnecessary. Don't overload with jewelry, patterns, or statement pieces. Your jacket already makes the statement. The accessories are simply whispers that complete the sentence. At this stage of life, your style should feel like a conversation, not a shout. Every piece, every small choice should say, "I've edited well. I've lived well." Because true style for men over 50 isn't in showing off what you have, but in showing the world you no longer need to. Secret 5. The attitude. Wearing leather with confidence and purpose. You can own the most perfectly cut, beautifully crafted leather jacket, but without the right attitude, it's just another piece of clothing. Style after 50 isn't only about what you wear. It's about how you wear it. Confidence is the invisible tailoring that makes every outfit fit better. A leather jacket carries history. It's bold, masculine, and timeless. But after 50, it's not about rebellion. It's about presence. You're not trying to prove anything. You've already lived, learned, and earned your sense of self. The jacket simply becomes a reflection of that, a symbol of quiet authority and inner calm. When you put on a leather jacket, don't wear it like armor. Wear it like a second skin. Let it move with you the way you walk, talk, and even pause. Confidence at this stage isn't loud or forced. It's in the small gestures, the relaxed shoulders, the unhurried stride, the slight smile that says, "I know who I am." Here's the truth. People notice energy before they notice clothes. You can wear the same leather jacket as someone else, but if you stand with composure and ease, it tells a different story. A great jacket enhances you, it doesn't define you. To channel that energy, focus on simplicity. Keep your outfit grounded. Wool trousers, a clean shirt, maybe a pair of Chelsea boots. Nothing screams for attention. Because real style doesn't need to shout, it's the silence that speaks volumes. Don't forget the importance of body language. Adjust your collar casually. Roll your sleeves if needed. Keep your hands out of your pockets when you talk. These details seem small, but they communicate comfort in your own skin, and that's the essence of timeless masculinity. Over time, your leather jacket will age just like you. The creases will deepen, the color may fade slightly, but that's not wear, that's character. Every mark tells a story of movement, experience, and evolution. A man over 50 doesn't hide those marks, he wears them proudly. The most stylish men aren't chasing perfection. They embody ease. When you wear your leather jacket with purpose, not for approval, but as an expression of self, it becomes more than fashion. It becomes a statement of confidence earned, not borrowed. So, stand tall. Zip it up, step out, and let the world see what quiet strength looks like. Because elegance at 50 isn't about turning heads, it's about holding them. When you reach 50, leather stops being just fashion. It becomes language. Every crease, every patina, every subtle imperfection tells a story of experience. A leather jacket is no longer something you buy to feel young. It's something you wear because you are seasoned, because it feels like home. The beauty of leather lies in how it mirrors life itself. It softens with time, but never weakens. It doesn't pretend to be new. It embraces its history, just as you do. And that's the real secret. Maturity is the new luxury. For a man over 50, style isn't about chasing trends or nostalgia. It's about showing mastery. mastery of taste, of presence, of restraint. When you walk into a room wearing a perfectly aged leather jacket, you don't need to say a word. The quiet weight of confidence does the talking. Think of how you've evolved. Once, you wore things to impress. Now, you wear them to express. You no longer seek validation, you radiate assurance. The jacket on your shoulders isn't there to make you someone else. It's there to remind you who you've become. Take care of your leather as you take care of yourself with patience, attention, and pride. Condition it, polish it, let it age gracefully. The same goes for you. Every year, every wrinkle, every lesson adds texture, not wear, but character. So, the next time you zip up your leather jacket, don't think of it as just an outfit. Think of it as a companion, one that's grown with you, softened with you, and earned its story beside you. Because in the end, elegance at 50 isn't about trying to stay young. It's about knowing that you've aged well and dressing like it.